Hello everyone, we're back down at the breach again today, and as you can tell it's all go again. I've come down relatively early just to get ahead of the bad weather that's come in. As you can tell, they're just nailed it. They're just lifting the membranes in now. I am willing to bet that's one of the Turan membranes, the white ones. It certainly is actually. You can see there on the end ripped open. There are people up by the road, and I can quickly show you what I mean. He's not there now, but there is someone up there, so I believe there will be more deliveries again today. Just something I quickly want to touch on as well. Probably around the same time as the previous night, around 5:30, me and Riley were back down here because we're obsessed, of course. I was doing a spot of fishing, and the other dumper was going up and down, bringing the bog mats from the old compound to the new one. Now I'll quickly try and find where they've gone now. Oh, they're right there. So they were brought down last night, and I can put a clip of that in now. So as you can tell, they're just loading the dumper with as many as they could, safely of course, and bringing them down onto the new site. Now, as you can tell, it's all looking very nice. The trench from yesterday is still there, half buried by the look of it. But yeah, that's all gone well, and it took a lot of work yesterday. Now, one thing I also want to talk about is over here, because I couldn't quite believe it yesterday and this morning in how much that has drained. So where all that water is going, I have no idea, because it's not like it's been hot, you know. So where that water's going, I'm not sure, but it must have dropped a foot and a half since yesterday, which is yeah, a lot of water. It's barely going to have any in by the start of next week, if I had to guess. As you can tell there, the grass even in the middle is poking through, so it's only a few inches deep in the middle, I would have thought now. So yeah, not ideal, but we'll have a look at the left field as well, or the left flood, sorry. And yeah, that's all looking great. Now I can show you, compared to the new area, or the new marker, sorry, of how far that's gone. And yeah, still looking good. So by the sound of it, it's going to be a very busy day. I'll make the most of it with the weather being as bad as it is. I might even go to the other side and get them coming in from the roadside. I think that'll be interesting to do. As you can tell, the wind is really picking up now. The poor drone is working hard, so we'll just make the most of it, and we'll do what we can do. Now I'll show you exactly what they're doing with the membranes at the minute. So as you will all know by now, they get the white one down first and then the black one over the top. The black one is called GeoGrid. But yeah, lots of deliveries due today for the compound. So yeah, exciting day. Like I say, if needs must, I will go to the other side. Now, it is just starting to rain, so I'll bring the drone down in a second. But real quick, I just want to say thank you to everyone that's been subscribing, watching the videos and liking them. Really does make a difference, so thank you everyone for that. And that's the same with the continued support through buying me a coffee and super thanks. It really does make a difference, and I'm so grateful for that. So thank you very much. And if you haven't subscribed already, do feel free to. Now, like I say, I'll land now because the rain's getting quite bad, and then I'll bring you right back. So they've just got a delivery on site. We'll get a nice view for you. Now, as you can tell, they've got a lot of membrane down, and it's all looking very nice. Now I'm quickly going to wave to Colin. I'm down here with CP Overview, and I'd quite like him to get the delivery as well. Now, if I can get his attention at all. Delivery! There we go. Now, you know, I've said it many a time, but we are all here to help each other out. There's no rivalry between us guys. It's all just a fun hobby we've got, and we like getting you guys the best content that we can. And we've all got different strengths as well. So yeah, it's all good. As you can tell, the membrane gives a better idea of exactly where the edges of the compound are going to be. I'll show you how that relates to the old compound. Well, I say the old compound, the start of this bit, the bit that's been here a while. Now, seagull, if anyone watched yesterday's video, it was a bit of a nightmare with seagulls yesterday. So it looks like they might have had more of that pea gravel for the trench yesterday. Now, I was told that there'd be a few deliveries. So, yeah, looks like, well, I'm sure they'll use that for other stuff, no doubt. They might even maybe use that for a top layer of the track. I know that they want smaller stuff for the top of the track, so we'll see. No, it's always fun getting the deliveries on camera. Once again, it's not something I'm used to at all, so it's certainly cool to film. Now, we'll see where this excavator's going. And the old track dumper in the background looking cool as always. Now, what is going on here? Alright, about to drop. I wonder if I can get a little closer as well. Now that is a cool angle. Very nice. So as far as I know, there's actually a lot of deliveries due today. As you can imagine, they'll certainly need a lot to cover this whole area. Now, as the worker told us a little while ago, they usually do that where they'll get a little bit just to weigh the top of the membrane down, and that's when they'll start to thicken it up and get it to the level that they want. Now, we also saw in yesterday's video that they did laser level all this, get it exactly how they want it, and all the same depth. Now, I'll just look around for Colin's drone, and then I'll give you a nice high shot of how everything's looking now. You can see the trench that they dug yesterday. Now I'll see if there's any water pooling up. No, so they've done very well. Now I'll show you where that leads to as well, and I'll get the lorry leaving in a second as well. So yeah, it's all looking very nice, and the Kia guys are smashing it. Now I do believe that oh, and another delivery. So yeah, it's all go. So whatever time it is now, I'd imagine this is the start of the day for these guys. Now, I've mentioned it before, but it takes them around 40 minutes to get to here from their quarry. So the biggest factor of how many they'll be able to do today is just how many individual lorries they've got going back and forth. But time will tell with that one. Now, the turnaround point is working well. I know that a lot of people weren't thinking it was a turnaround point because it was a bit of an odd shape, I'll give you that, but no, it certainly is, and it's working well. Now, from what we've seen in the past, that is probably not the best place to stop, but it'll be a good test on the track to see how well it copes with getting going from that area. Guessing they had some issues there on the back. Now I can hear even more beeping in the background, so maybe another delivery has gone past. I wasn't really looking, but yeah, it's all go. It's all go. There we go. Now it's getting to the point now where I, even from the drone, can tell who all these people are. And there's a certain niceness to that of seeing them all work. So yeah, doing a great job, guys. Now I know that some of them do watch the videos, so I really just want to say thank you to how gracious you've all been, and you're all doing a great job, and I'm glad I get to share that to everyone else. Now I'll go down a little bit more, try and get out of the wind with the shade of the trees on the left hand side. I'll get a bit more toward me as well, just so I know I'm not over anyone. So as you can see there, that lorry going in the background, so no trouble there. Now we may have to land at some point again. I know that a lot of rain's due, so I feel like we've just got lucky with this little part now, but we'll make the most of every second we can get here. Still strong wind warnings, which is not ideal, but hey, we'll try our best. I'll also keep an eye out for any deliveries in the background. Now my guess would be it'll be more than 2 lorries. I guess it'd be a minimum of 4. Like I say, I've been told that there are a lot of deliveries due. Get that in the background. And usually, if I'm told there's a lot of deliveries due, that'll mean that it'll certainly be a fair few lorries that are going back into to the quarry. Now, I have mentioned it before, but I believe at least one of the quarries is Baston Hill Quarry in Shrewsbury. So for anyone that isn't from the area, that's certainly somewhere you can search if you're interested for that. Now, I always get questions as well, not so much anymore, but for anyone that's curious, just how this relates to Whitchurch. The Mackey's roundabout, as it's locally known, is that big roundabout just in the back left of screen now. So if you search for McDonald's Whitchurch, Shropshire, then that is that roundabout. And then I also get people asking which way the canal flows. So it usually would come from in front of us and go left to right, as we're looking at it from here. I'm just going to go a little bit further back, just once again trying to get out of the wind. You can see Colin's drone in the background is getting beaten up a little bit in that wind. I'll try and wonder if I can see him. There he is. It's hard to tell, he is at a bit of an angle there, but yeah, not as obvious from the drone as it is in real life. But yeah, they're doing well. So, like I say, the biggest tell for me today with how busy it'll be is just how many individual lorries will be coming. So I'll count the amount of lorries in the next 40 odd minutes, and then that'll give us an answer. Well, hour and a half, sorry. It takes them about an hour and a half round trip. Now, once again, if the weather does get real bad, then worst comes to worst, I will just go to the roadside and have a look from there, get the deliveries coming in and film from the bridge, because it is a surprisingly good angle from that bridge. It's a good backup anyway. Now I'll get you another closer view of the excavator working. I can also get you a nice view of that lorry leaving. So as you can tell, there's not really too much need for traffic management now. They've just taken all the cones out, and the lorries can come in and leave as they are required. Now, this was a very different story last week, where there were certain time slots related to the traffic control of everything. So yeah, much more improved, a lot more efficient, and yeah, it's all going very, very nicely. Now, I do wonder, will they finish all this work before they then start the second layer of the track? Once again, as far as I was told, or as far as I know, there is going to be another layer of finer stone over the top of the track, but maybe, who knows, it might be a case of they're happy with how it is now. But as you can tell, he's rolling over again. As the trucks go over, it disturbs the top layer, so usually they will roller over the top again and just get it nice and smooth, ready for the next lot. But yeah, all going well, and I'll do the same again. I'll bring you back when there's a bit more progress. Actually, just before I let you go, in case I forget, It's got to be done. 1 second. There we go. Hey, there's me. And once again, as always, thank you to everyone that waves back. It's real nice. So yeah, I'll bring you right back. Hello. So we're back, and another stone delivery's just made its way in. Now, I don't know how many are due in this load. As we saw before, there was 2 of them. But yeah, I'd assume there'd be another 2 more with this. So the drone is struggling in that wind. I can see Colin's drone as well, and it is basically sideways. So I'll keep nice and low. Yeah, it's a bit sketchy, but we'll make do. Now, as you can tell there, they're getting it right into the compound now, reversing it all the way back. Yeah, I'm just a little sketched out by this wind is all, so I might have a few times where I go a bit quiet, just focusing extra on keeping it moving. But yeah, doesn't make my life any easier. But as you can tell there, they're making quick work of it. I'll also get a nice zoom out, see when the next one's due. Like I say, it should be another one shortly if anything's to go by. But yeah, not ideal conditions for flying today, but at least it isn't raining at the minute, which is one bonus, I suppose. Now, I'll have to apologise if any wind is making it through to the mic. I have got my wind protector on, but when it's this bad, it's relatively unavoidable. But yeah, I'll bring you back in a second when the next delivery starts. Hello, so it's Kieran from the future again. The wind got far too sketchy after those last little clips. Just too windy and yeah, not safe to fly in, so I thought I'd go round to the other side and capture the next delivery from the bridge. So I'm right by the exit of the track where the lorries come in, probably 20 metres down towards Aldi. But yeah, so the truck came in. Nice to see it in the turnaround point from this angle. Gives you a better sense of, you know, how it works from this end of things. And yeah, so the compound work is going really well. I know that maybe they weren't getting as many deliveries as they would have hoped for, perhaps. Why that would be, I'm not too sure, but like I say, it's a big project and little things like that can happen. But either way, it's going great, and yeah, they were more than keeping up with the amount of deliveries they were getting, and potentially they were getting more this afternoon, although I do believe that it was just the 2 lorries going back and 2, so I'd guess they would do 5 separate trips of that, which would equal about, I think, 200 tonne total between the 10 loads. Anyone that's interested, they do roughly 20 tonnes per lorry. So yeah, as you can imagine, 10 of those, 200 tonne. Just real quick as well, the field has drained just shy of 13 million litres now. I think it was 12.7 when I left. So it's really getting there. So that is actually over the estimated amount that they thought was in there at the low end. It was between 12 and 13. That's what I was told anyway. So yeah, the delivery being dropped there. So as you can imagine, from this roadside, you actually get a lot better of a view if you can't use a drone than you do from the other side. You can't really see too much, just with the bushes and the topography of it all blocking the view. So yeah, nice to come down here every now and then when you need to. So just real quick as well, thank you everyone that's watched. Really appreciate your time. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and tomorrow's going to be a nice busy day, and the weather isn't nearly as bad, so we'll make do. Alright, thank you everyone. Like I say, have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.